Hey guys, it's Crystal here with A Broke Plant Eater. Welcome back if you are a subscriber, and if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's there for your convenience. All you have to do is click it. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because every time I upload a new video, you will get a notification either through your email or on your phone. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Hey, she put up another video. Sit down, watch, enjoy, and comment, like, share, all of those things. It doesn't actually say all of those things, but you should keep that in mind. Anyway, today we are going to be making something that is one of the staples at our home on the weekend. It's basically a tofu scramble. We'll make a basic tofu scramble, and then I'm going to show you that you don't necessarily need specific ingredients or vegetables or anything particular to this recipe, because a lot of things work. It's so versatile. That is why we call this recipe whatever's in our fridge scrambled tofu. So let's see what's in our fridge. I'm gonna write it all down on this card, but again, if you don't have what I have, don't worry. Use whatever green, use whatever vegetables you want in your scrambled tofu. Let's get into it. Alright guys, in a skillet on medium heat, you're going to want to add 1.5 tablespoons of whatever cooking oil you want to use. If you're not into oil, don't use oil. Use whatever it is you use to saute vegetables. Here I'm going to be using some kale and red onion because that is what I had in my fridge. If you have spinach and white onion, do you, whatever it is, you're going to saute that for about 5 minutes. And while it's sauteing, you're going to take your tofu. Now my tofu, I have drained, I've placed into the freezer, I've taken it out, thawed it, drained it again, and repeated it twice. That's going to make your tofu nice and firm. So I'm going to take a fork here and I'm just going to crumble it all up so that it will resemble basically scrambled eggs. And once your green, whether it's kale or spinach, it's all nice and bright, that's when you can add in some of the other vegetables that don't have to be cooked as long. So I'm using mushroom and tomato. You don't have to use mushroom, you don't have to use tomato, you can use bell pepper or whatever you have in your fridge. Just know which vegetables need a little bit more cook time than others. And once you have them to your desired liking, you will throw all of your crumbled tofu right in. And here's my seasoning. So I have nutritional yeast, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and some turmeric. I'm going to throw in some salt and pepper. Don't forget that the full link for this recipe will be down below in the description box, so you'll have exact measurements of at least the spices that I used. The vegetables are just basically handfuls of whatever you want to use, but I will let you know which ones I did use. And I'm just going to create a little well, in which I am going to be throwing in a tablespoon of vegan butter. Now this is going to make the tofu nice and creamy and delicious. Now, if you don't want to use butter, don't use butter. You can add some coconut oil, just don't add anything at all. It's totally up to you. And in my little jar that I had all of my spices in, I always fill that up with water, and I use 3 tablespoons, one at a time, of that seasoned water to rehydrate my tofu a little bit. I used extra firm tofu and I pressed it a lot. So I just kind of want to make it nice and fluffy and creamy, just like eggs would have been when you were using butter and milk and all of those other things that we are not using here. So this is the secret ingredient. This is the Himalayan black salt. This is the brand that I got from Amazon. I will try to link all of that information down below in the description box as well. But listen guys, a little bit goes a long way. So I'm only putting in about half a teaspoon here, and I'm going to give this a try. Make sure this is up to my liking. I'm not going to throw in that black salt until the very end, because if you cook it longer, it kind of loses the taste of the eggy, sulfury taste that you get when you use black salt. And I just added some avocado on top to make this extra bomb. So that's it, you guys. I hope you see how easy it is to make tofu scramble. It's amazing. I really like using the trick of freezing your tofu, unfreezing it and pressing it, putting it back in the freezer, pressing it again. And the best part about this is it doesn't matter if you squish it at all, because you're going to scramble it. Because I know that sometimes when I'm making baked tofu, I try to be really aware of how much I'm squishing the tofu so that it doesn't get too flat. But this is really going to make a firm egg-like texture. It's amazing. I hope you try it. If you try it, please do not forget to tag me either on Instagram, either on Facebook. Go ahead and use the hashtag @ABrokePlantEater. I love seeing every single one of your pictures and your renditions and your versions of whatever recipe that it is that you are mimicking. So whether it's this recipe or any of the other recipes on this channel, please give your girl a shout out. Use that hashtag. Again, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit like. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you are not a subscriber, and share this recipe, because I'm sure there's somebody that you know that is scratching their head about tofu scramble and they're just like, how the hell do I make this? So sharing's caring, guys. Until next time.